Hello there and welcome to the 2010 edition of Movers and Shakers. Now, what is Movers and Shakers? Well, it's not quite the Lighthouse Club, but it is a charity networking event, and tonight they've managed to team up with the Australian Chamber of Commerce Thailand and the British Chamber of Commerce Thailand. We're here at the Centara Grand Mirage Resort and Spa, which is a bit of a mouthful, but this is going to be some night. They're expecting in excess of 400 guests. Party started at 6 o'clock. Everybody's having a pre-networking drink, some beer, some whiskey and some wine, and it promises to be a fantastic night with a golf tournament that's been happening today as well, and also a fashion show later on. Okay, I've got to do my job. I've got to catch up with some of the sponsors, and then later we'll speak to some of the hot talent here tonight at Centara for the Movers and Shakers. Okay, there are three key sponsors for tonight. Actually, there's a lot of sponsors, but three key ones, and in no particular order, but he'll say he's number one, is the Managing Director of Kony. His name is Mark Spiegel. Mark, how are you?
I'm doing fantastic.
Good. Are you heating up in the suit?
Yeah, it's just a little toasty out here on the back lawn.
It is, and actually these lights don't help, do they?
No, not at all.
Okay, right, okay, listen, so Kony, you guys have came on board to support this Movers and Shakers. You weren't in here last year, you weren't part of it last year, you came in this year. Why?
Well, it's an important event for us. I mean, we're a member of Lighthouse in both Pattaya and Bangkok. We're also a member of OSCHEM. It's a good charity event. This is a very significant year for Kony because it's our 100-year anniversary.
Okay.
We're significantly expanding our market share down here in Pattaya, so we thought it's important as brand recognition and brand awareness to host such a prestigious event.
Okay, all right, well, that's a very good answer. Now, this last year has been fairly troublesome for the real estate market. How does that affect your company? And well, actually, we should perhaps tell people exactly what you do.
Well, basically, we're in the elevator, escalator, and people mover business, so providing people flow solutions. Okay. Basically, it's been a difficult year for us. You know, everybody's aware of the political problems that happened during the beginning of the second quarter. So I'd say we started off to a good start in the first quarter. Second quarter was absolutely dead for everybody. Third quarter, people were cautiously optimistic, and things have really started to ramp up again the last couple of months. So as long as the government remains stable and the baht stays where it is, we are very, very optimistic that the market's just going to keep booming. Okay,
now you mentioned that you've had a sort of long-established relationship with the Lighthouse Club, but you've also got a very good connection with the business, especially the condo business here in Pattaya. Tell us a bit about that.
Well, basically, we've been down here a long time. We have a lot of signature projects such as the Zion Hotel, Hard Rock Hotel. We did the Cove right across from where we're standing right now. We now have a strategic partnership agreement with Nova Group, and we're going to be doing all of their upcoming projects. So our business is really starting to expand very quickly in the last few months.
Okay, well, we'll be speaking to hopefully Ronnie Feynman from the Nova Group a little bit later, and he'll be telling us about his project. So you tell me, what is it a bit like, you know, when a chef or a restaurateur goes to another restaurant, when you come to Centara and you're looking at your lifts, do you go, not very good, you know, not up to my standard?
Always. I'm the biggest critic in the company. When my employees see me coming on the job site, they all start to scatter. So they know I'm going to start nitpicking everything. Okay. All right. Listen, we're going to wind up. Mark, thanks so much. This is Mark's logo here. Kony, if you're looking for a lift for your condo, for your hotel, and as I say, we'll be catching up with some of the other sponsors here tonight. Mark, in the meantime, thanks, Paul.
Dynamite, thanks very much. Appreciate it. Thank you. Okay, another key sponsor, or a mover and shaker as you might want to call him, is actually one of the key players here in Pattaya. It's our old friend, Managing Director of the Nova Group, Ronnie Feynman. Ronnie, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Good evening.
Good evening to you. Now, Ronnie, why did you get involved with this tonight?
First, I think charity is the first reason. Nova has always been fond of different charities, and we do our best to give back to the community. We just don't take, you know. Okay. This particular event, the charity is a good cause, of course, but also it's movers and shakers, and it's something that we can mingle, because a lot of people who are coming here, of course, apart from the charity aspect of it, they're also business people, corporate management, etc., and obviously we want exposure with them.
Okay, okay. And I guess as when you come here, I mean, you're very well known, but I'm sure you're seeing a lot of new faces already, huh?
Yeah, sure. I'm very surprised, because normally when I go to parties I know 50–60%.
Yeah, sure.
And today, you know, there's a lot of new faces here, so I'm sure there's a lot of people from Bangkok, which is encouraging, because I think Pattaya is growing as a city very strongly. Sure. And we saw that in the property awards, that Pattaya came in very strong.
Very well.
And I think that Pattaya is a name to be recognized with, and these people are appreciating it.
Okay, now talking about property, you've got quite a few projects that are really well underway at the moment, haven't you?
Yes, actually we've got at the moment 2 projects that are underway, under construction. We just completed a project a few months ago called the Avenue Residence, 270 units, all sold out, 100%. We've got Nova Ocean View, which is the runner-up to the property award, so it came in either second or third, we don't know, but it was the top 3. That's going well. And also we got another property called The Cliff, which is our first high-rise, 28-story, and that's doing very well. We sold about 60% of that, and that's well under construction as well. So everything we've launched so far is under construction and looking well.
Wow. Well, that's amazing, because I mean, this hasn't been a particularly good year. I mean, globally, not just here in Thailand and Pattaya. So it's great that you've been able to get these projects from paper to actually getting things moving.
I agree with you. I think there's a few factors for that. The first factor is that we believe in Pattaya. We understand the market in Pattaya. We've been here for 25 years. And the Nova Group, we've been here for 16 years. Last year when I launched The Cliff, a lot of people laughed and said, how the hell are you going to sell, you know, a 27, 28-story building in Pratamnak, you know, and in fact we sold 60%. We have a lot of Thai buyers. The Thai buyers are very strong. They are the ones basically who are doing over 50% of the sales, and they recognize my company from different ventures, with different things we've done, hotels, etc. And we are continuing to believe in Pattaya. And you know, if one day we open a project and we fail, we haven't sold enough, I will not be shy to say, okay, we haven't sold, we'll get your money back. But it hasn't happened yet, and I hope it doesn't happen.
Well, I believe that you also have another project which is already working away. You haven't, and in fact, you haven't even announced that, I think, to the press yet.
Well, we've got 3 projects, and I'll give you an exclusive in all the 3 of them. So Pattaya had the exclusivity on them. We're opening next month a project called The Palm. It's a 45-story building on Wongamat Beach, absolute beachfront. Wow. It's amazing. All the units have got 100% sea views. The marketing is going to be done by CBRE from Bangkok, and we expect a very high sales to the Thai market, but that's a top-end 5-star absolutely exclusive property. Okay. We are launching another 2 projects. We are launching another project called Novana Residence. That's going to be on 3rd Road, so an in-town condo. That's going to be a budget starting from 999. Wow. So we want to capture different segments of the market. We believe this is the good market at the moment. And we've got a 3rd project that we're going to launch called The Legend, and that's going to be not far from the cliff, and that's a spectacular, because it's a 34-story building. And it's overlooking all of Pattaya Bay. Almost all the units are overlooking, and it's touching the walls of the Royal Cliff Hotel. So even the lower floors that don't get the Pattaya Bay are getting all the beautiful gardens of the Royal Cliff. Spectacular, nobody can ever disturb it. And our pricing policy has always been aggressive. We will continue to be as cheap as we can. And I think that's the main reason why we are selling.
Okay, so now's the time for people to get in on these projects, because I'm sure you're offering good incentives to buy now when it's off plan, right?
Sure, I mean off-plan is always the best way to buy. First of all, you go in at the lowest prices. Second of all, you've got the biggest choice of units to choose from, so obviously you get the best position-wise units, so definitely. And we've been very successful in buying off-plan. I mean, that's been our strong part, you know, and then we've always done well, so I'm looking forward to this.
Okay, yes. Well done. Thank you very much, Ronnie. We're going to catch up with one more sponsor now, Siam Royal View, and then we're going to go in, check out the golfers, see what kind of day they had, and then we'll look at the fashion show. So stay tuned. Thank you, Ronnie.
Thank you.
Cheers. Now, as I said,